It's week 4 of the NFL, and we have Amon-Ra St. Brown on center stage. It was a nice line for him a week ago, reaching the century mark and scoring a touchdown. It's the Lions and the Bucs, and it comes your way next.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lion. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback. Throwing to start the drive. Tobin. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Joe Tryon-Shoyinka showcasing the pass rush. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack. Back to throw. Tobin. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 3rd down, Tobin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. Under center, it's the 2017 Heisman Trophy winner as you get a look at Baker Mayfield.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. The Buccaneers had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 43 yards. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. To throw, Mayfield. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's Mayfield. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense. But when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. Just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards. To throw on 3rd down, Tobin. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did something with that.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, Mayfield forced out to his left. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Levi Onwuzurike charging in and finishing off the sack.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Lions will take over.
And Detroit back in possession of the football. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 15 carries, 59 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in. I talked with him before the game, though, and he knows this is a new, fresh opportunity. He's put last week behind him, and his focus, getting some extra yardage with every carry he receives this week.
On 3rd down, Tobin. Man open, and St. Brown has got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Off play action. Tobin. Open man right side is St. Brown. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
The Lions on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Tobin. Wide open receiver complete. And in for the Lions touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. Here's White. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
from the 24. Mayfield. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alim McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop it. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Here's Jake Camarda now. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. That'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Tobin. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Tobin. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw on third down. Tobin in trouble, and he's taken down. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
Yeah, that's when we turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, the next-gen stats going to show that sack carried out in just 2.5 seconds from beginning to end. So a change of possession here on the punt. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his 1-on-2 matchup.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. And a catch right side by Evans. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
So here come the Lions now. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett, that is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Brings up 3rd down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. First down, Mayfield. Complete right side to Otten. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He completes this to Russell Gage. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
First down, Tampa Bay.
Mayfield on first down. That's complete. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as we say goodbye to September and take a look around the NFL here on this first day of October. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Bucs ready to go here to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Absolutely going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can break up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Tobin. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
The pass on first down. Complete to number 84. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
To throw on 2nd down. Tobin. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Play fake here on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. The 20. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score.
So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
At their own 21-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Tobin. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Now that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying it is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the foot.
He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
Holding, offense.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Tobin.
And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Throwing, Mayfield. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 23 yards on the tuck and run. We've seen the pressure get to him several times in this game. There, though, we see him escape it.
And we've seen this rookie video before as well. That type of pressure, oftentimes, what do you resort to? Your legs, try and escape. What you hope is that this doesn't become habit for him, that he learns how to handle the pressure, still keep his eyes downfield, and make some throws.
On 1st down, Tobin. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Jones. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield.
And this one caught downfield by Evans.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down. Mayfield off the play fake. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. Otten brings it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield rolling to his... Now Mayfield lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. There he goes left side. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Gets by him at the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. And this offense on 3rd down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Mayfield to throw it. And that's knocked away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football in the second half, that's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Tobin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Shaquille Barrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering, because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So out come the Bucs now. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Mayfield throw on target to Godwin here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Mayfield on play action. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. Mayfield looks to throw. And that will be incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first. Back to throw. Tobin. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. In the backfield, he'll get the carry. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on first down. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 43. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And down to the 41. 2 yards on the carry there, it'll be second down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. 2nd and 8. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So now the Lions down on the scoreboard. Under 1:20 to go. Now they need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He's back to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now it's the Lions' turn. Trailing in this one now. A little over 40 seconds to go. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a 1st down. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. And he's brought down at midfield. So the first play of the drive, not only do they get the 1st down, but a big chunk of yardage. And looking pretty good here. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tampa Bay, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers.